All right, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing some more in the gym training with some MMA pros, Gabriel and JJ. So we'll have them tell you a little bit about what they're trying to get better at, what their sport's like, what their training history is like as well. But lower body session today for the most part, really basic, some jumping stuff, hinge, squat pattern, some isometric stuff, and some accessories. Again, pretty basic, but you'll start to see how some of these basics actually go a really long way, even with pro athletes. So we'll hop into it now. Starting out today, kind of the structure of today's session and kind of a general theme for these guys. We're going to have some sort of plyometric or higher intensity jump paired with some sort of ballistic like med ball throw. Is there anything special about the superset? Not really. These guys train with me 2-3 days a week, maybe 45 minutes. A lot of the same traditional warm-ups you'll see me doing with hip stuff for other athletes. Get their hips ready to go. See some kind of extensive plyometrics. For Gabriel, we're doing some more lateral stuff. For JJ, we're starting with some hamstrings. Guys coming off of a knee injury, I love to start with hamstrings. Generally speaking, this gets us moving through knee flexion extension, but gets the knee feeling good before we get moving. So for him, see some direct hamstring work. You see some like lateral hip work. And you'll see some skips. I like skips a lot for like a very low level way to reintroduce jumping, especially coming back off of an injury. So kind of the structure for the warm up. Getting into the session, you're going to see us do an RDL first with a broad jump for Gabriel. I'm going to have JJ do a slight adjustment for his jumping stuff today. First movement today, trap bar RDL. Literally just training our strength movement and hip extension. I like to pair that with more of like a horizontal plyometric. So thinking like broad jump, more horizontal displacement. So for Gabe, trap bar RDL, pair with the broad jump. Again, I'm not looking for like a post-activation potentiation kind of thing, but from a time standpoint, maybe 3 hours a week with them, trying to get a lot in. They've already trained their sport today, so they're already a little bit fatigued. Trying to keep things more condensed. So trap RDL with the broad jump for JJ. Still coming back off this knee injury, getting ready to go. So we're going to start with some more skipping for him.
What's up, guys? My name is Jansen, JJ. I'm from Brazil. I'm a pro MMA fighter. So this guy right here changed my life. So like more than 1 year ago, I got like my back injury. I tore like my ACL, and then I got surgery. And then now, like I can move myself, I can train again. Nikki is the best coach I have in my entire life. So I've been doing that like for more than 10 years. So Nikki got me on the Octagon. So June 14, I'm gonna be back on my life, doing what I love. And then I wanna say like thank you, this guy right here is the best coach I have in my entire life. He changed my life, and then the good things is just the beginning. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
I love you, buddy.
All right, so finishing up our hinge stuff, hinging, jumping. We're gonna go upstairs, do our main squat pattern next. Getting into the next thing is gonna be our main like strength movement for a squatting pattern today. So that's gonna be the pendulum squat. Our machine's good for athletes. Let's not even have this conversation. I like to give them the opportunity to have higher output with presence of external stability. Again, like I said, they've already trained today in their sport. They've already trained 20 minutes in the session. The pendulum squat would give us an opportunity to train high output in a more vertical or more like knee extension pattern. So that's going to be our second option for today. So I think when we start to look at like shape of sport, option A with the RDLs and option B with the pendulum squat actually make a lot of sense. We can pull videos from sport and show you examples of where we need to be strong with deep knee flexion, and we need to be strong in hip extension, obviously. Getting into our third exercise, and actually the final exercise today, doing a yielding isometric and a split squat position. I'm trying to get really strong with this vertical shin angle. I'm looking at braking forces. I'm looking at throwing punches. I'm looking at kicking. You're going to see a lot of this vertical shin angle, even in grappling, right? So there's a lot of pieces or spots in combat sport where I'm going to see this position. It's important that I get generally strong there. So if we're talking about sport specificity, this today is about as specific as we're going to get, just getting really strong in this vertical shin split stance position. And we're going to finish up there.
My name is Gabriel. I'm from Brazil. I met Nick in maybe 1 year ago.
Yeah, about a year.
That, right?
Yeah, almost.
And then, man, my body was so weak. I had a lot of injuries, hips injuries, shoulder, hamstring. And then, man, after I met him, I can see my body is getting much better, much stronger, you know. Now I can do whatever, and then I can still going around my injuries, and I doesn't feel at all like I feel before, you know. So this guy here is the man. He's the man who's gonna put me back in the Octagon soon. And man, I'm ready to shine soon and then show the world who I am, you know. Nick, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you, dude. Nice rock. Wrapping up today, obviously pretty simple session. Warm up, some jumps, hinge, squat, split squat, iso. Some days we'll throw in some hamstring curls if we have time. But like I said, they're doing a lot of training upstairs in their sport. They get a finite amount of time down here. We're trying to make it as productive as possible. So generally building, athletic qualities that they're not so much going to see in their sport training down here, making the most of our time. Has a lot of carryover to sport, has a lot of carryover to their resiliency and their durability in sport. So again, simplicity is actually really good, even for athletes. If I missed anything, you guys want to see more, please let me know, like, subscribe, show me, and I'll touch it in the next video. Appreciate you guys.